Um, Thank you for taking the time to come and see me today. I really, really appreciate it. The reason we're meeting today, the reason I really wanted to meet with you today is to discuss David's progress and better explain what we do here in school to support our students, and what we do to give them the extra help they might need. Here at our school, we use RTI, Response to Intervention, which is a model based on a multi-tier instructional process that is also paired with a positive behavior intervention system. RTI is implemented at our school because we think that the instruction that is delivered through this model allows us to tailor our instruction and our interventions to the individual needs of our students and their specific learning style. We hope to see improvements for our students who are identified as being at risk. And at risk, what does that mean? It means that these students currently are not meeting the academic expectations for their grade level. RTI's main components are basically three: universal screening, progress monitoring, and implementation of strategies that are tailored. Okay, they're specific for that student. Okay, at tier 1, all students receive instruction, the same tier 1 instructional program. This core program is aligned with state standards, so with the core reading and math curriculum. What do we want to do with this program? The program's intent is to deliver high quality instruction. Okay, tier 1 core program is accurately chosen by the school and is delivered and implemented by highly trained teachers who receive ongoing professional development. Our goal is for all the students receiving tier 1 intervention to reach the level of proficiency that is required to benchmark for their grade at their grade level. At tier 1, we service all the students. Okay, so at tier 1, 80% of the students are expected to reach successful levels of proficiency. Okay, but this percentage, this 80%, this number is just an ideal number, right? This is what we expect. All the students at tier 1 are assessed and monitored to determine if they need more support or less support, and so on. So we basically ask ourselves, what can we do more to help the students if they haven't achieved benchmark? Sometimes the core program at tier 1 is not sufficient for some students, right? Some students, when they are assessed, the data that we then analyze show that they haven't achieved the expected level of competency for their grade level. At that point, students need extra supports and then receive tier 2 services. In tier 2 services, tier 2 services offer more intense individual support and instruction. And this is where we're at right now with David. Okay, as a team, we think that we determined that at a certain point that tier 1 support was not sufficient, was not enough for him, for his needs in order to be successful. That's why I sent the note home to you, explaining that David required tier 2 intervention in order for him to be successful. We determined as a team that he needed to work, that he was staying still in general at the classroom, but in order for him to be more successful, he needed to work in small groups of 3 students for 30 minutes per session, 3 days a week. We chose that schedule because as a team, we understand how important it is for him to still have plenty of time to spend with his peers and to spend with his class, as a group. Also because that's really, really important for the development of his social skills. And we'll talk more about that later on during our meeting. So we monitored his progress, and the results were sent home every 2 weeks, and they were based on the CBM, curriculum based measurement. In the note, I shared the different interventions that we were utilizing with him, and we're still at that point, right? So it still needs tier 2 interventions. What happened now is that we have so many interventions, to choose from, that I want to be able to have good communication with you and share. If something doesn't work, we can always change it as long as we agree. So I want to keep him at tier 2. I would like to keep him at tier 2 for now, and hopefully we're gonna see more improvement later on. Okay. So at this point, you will still participate in this smaller group reading sessions, and I also thought that the reason why I'm keeping him at tier 2 is because even if he has developed his skills in phonemic awareness, phonics, and vocabulary development, he's still struggling with fluency, okay, with reading fluency. So the instructional program I will keep using with him at tier 2 will still focus on fluency. We'll still keep the same schedule, but that's the reason we're meeting today, is because I think that there are 2 more strategies that I started to use with him, in school, and I think that with your support, those kind of strategies can actually be used at home too, and that can greatly improve his skills. Okay, so the first thing that I actually added, the first element that I added to his instruction at tier 2, I added some worksheets, some reading worksheets. I know I'm this is extra. So he's working extra in school, is working on these worksheets, and I'm gonna send it home too. I know it's a lot. I know he already has his homework, he already has his math, he already has his language, but I also believe that you know, this extra work that is going to do at home will greatly help him. Okay, and it will make the difference. So it just takes a minute of your time. It's very, very easy, very simple. It's just, you know, I just want to support him the best that I can, and I'm asking you to help me support him at home too. So I will send home my plan is to send home passages from books that he likes, you know, with cars, or you know, his favorite characters, like characters from his favorite movies, whatever. He's going to it's going to take 1 minute. So you're going to have this passage, you're going to say ready, set, go, and start the timer, and you're going to time it for 1 minute. When the minute is over, you're going to say stop, and you're going to mark the exact word where you stop reading. So I already instructed him on one important thing. I don't want him to get stuck on words that he doesn't know, that he's not, you know, familiar with. I just want him to keep reading. So if he gets stuck, just like help him and say, oh, keep reading, go on, you're doing great. So then on the bottom of the page, you're gonna have already the word count for, you know, for the passage. So you're gonna take the words that you didn't read correctly. You're gonna subtract that from the total amount of word per minute, and you're gonna actually have the exact count for the exact words per minute that David can read. That's an incredible tool. I think that, you know, only 1 minute is gonna make the difference. So I'm gonna send the same passage, the same worksheet every I'm gonna change one every week. So he's gonna have the same one 5 times a week, 5 times a week, and he's gonna practice on the same one with me and with you. So he actually, you know, he's gonna also see, it's gonna be very clear, you know, if he's improving or not. And it's going to give us a visual, you know, a fast visual on actually his development. This will also give us a better idea on what strategies are working and what strategies are not working. And then we can make changes, and I'll make sure that, you know, I'll let you know, guys. So we want him to reach benchmark by the end of the year, okay? And I think that this kind of work also will help with his vocabulary development. I will also work on sight words with him on the side. So another strategy that